Hello everyone, welcome to today's session. In today's session, we are going to see how to use Power BI to create an interactive data report. Power BI is a Microsoft desktop application. It is used by data analyst or it is used by business analyst to create an interactive data report. There are a lot of tools to create such reports, like you can use Azure Synapses Analysis, Databricks, or you can use even Excel to create a business report. But Power BI helps you to do this process very quickly and very easily. Anyone who is not a technical oriented person also can use Power BI to create an interactive data report. The reports that is created by Power BI can be easily shared in cloud and it can be rendered to different users. So in next 5 to 10 minutes, I'm going to show you a short demo of how to create this interactive data report. So here you can see I have installed the Power BI in my laptop. I will also give you a link how to download this Power BI application. It's very easy to install. So once you install and you start the system, you will get this option called as Get Data. Power BI gives you a different option to load the data into the system. So just click on Get Data. So in this Get Data, you can see your data can be in any of these formats. It can be in Excel, it can be in text or CSV format, or it can be in JSON format. So you can see it supports many options. So it gives you a lot of options to load the data into the Power BI. So today I'm going to get the data from the web. So here you can see the web. So I have the URL to load the data into the web. So I'm going to paste a URL here. So I will paste a URL. So the first data that I'm going to load is about the customer data. So you can see the data is loaded. You have the customer ID, name of the customer, postal code, city, and the region of the customer. So I'll just click on load. You can see the data will be loaded into the system. So the data is loaded into the system. Now, if you want to see the data that is loaded, just click on the data tab here. You can see the data that is loaded. Now I'm going to load the second data. I will just click on Get Data again. And the second data is also, I have a URL link. So I will give the URL in the description box. So this is my second table. The second table is about the product table. You have product ID, product name, and category. So here you can see a category field. So I'll just click on load. The product table is also loaded. Now I'm going to load the third table. The third table also have the link. It's the order table. So this is my order table. I have order ID, order date, customer ID, product ID, and quantity and the revenue. Just click on load. So you can see all the three tables are loaded here. So anytime you want to see the data that you have loaded, you have to click this data tab. Now once the data is loaded, now you can go to the model tab to create the relationship between the data. So here you can see automatically the system recognizes the relationship between the table. So now you can see here the primary key, foreign key relationship between the tables. So this is a relationship. So you can create a model here. Suppose the relationship is not automatically recognized, you can create the model between the relationship. So here you have options to manage the relationship between the tables. Now once you have done this, here you can change the properties of these fields. For example, let me go to the revenue field of order table. Now this revenue field, I want to change the property. So just click on the property tab. So here you see the format. I want to appear this revenue as currency. So here you can change currency field. And you want to manage the decimal number. You want to change the decimal number. Here you can change your decimal number. So I will change it to currency now. Now, the next thing I want to change is for the city column. For the city column, let me go to advanced. You have category. This category you want to change it to city. So I want to recognize this city field as city category, because I'm going to create a map for the customer table. So if you want to create a map for the customer table, you want to change your city, you have to tell the system city, talking about the city name, so that the map visualization will be enabled for customer table. The next thing I'm going to do is for the category field, I'm going to enable hierarchy for this category field. So I think you know what is hierarchy. Suppose, for example, you take product, dairy products. So it is top of the hierarchy, dairy. So inside dairy, you have milk, you have cheese, you have butter, you have ghee. So these are all dairy products. So this is down in the hierarchy. So if you create a hierarchy for a field, anytime you can roll up and drill down. Okay, suppose you want to add some other column to this existing hierarchy. So we have created a hierarchy. You can rename this hierarchy. So I will just rename this hierarchy. I will write categorized. Okay, so I have renamed this hierarchy. Now to this hierarchy, you can add any field to this hierarchy. So just right click and then I will add to the hierarchy. I will write categorized product. So any field you can add to the existing hierarchy. So like this, you can change the formats of these fields, or you can rename these fields, or you can create hierarchies before you create the report. Once this is done, now you can go to the report tab. So now in the report tab, you can click on the table. Now you can add what are the fields that is required in the table. So now let me add the categorized product, and then let me add the revenue. So here uh, you can see the category, the product name, and then the revenue generated for each one, and it also shows the total revenue field. So like this, you can add any number of fields to the table. Suppose you don't want a table, you want some other reports to be generated. Here you can see n number of visualizations available here. Now let me select the stacked column. See, the table is already selected, so the same table is now converted into stacked column. Suppose you want it separately, then let me select somewhere outside the report and then select the stacked column, and then I have to select what are the columns I want to add to the report. So I want to add the revenue, I want to add category and the product name, or I will add the categorized product. Okay, so here you can see the categorized product. Whenever you add a hierarchical column into your chart, you can see drill down and drill up icons are enabled. So anywhere you want to drill down, just select on the specific thing, and then you can move your mouse wheel to drill down, and again move your mouse wheel to drill up. So drill down, drill up is possible. So as you change the, as you select the specific value here, you can see the details changes in the table as well. So here you can see the details changes in the table as well. So this is the area where you will be creating the report. So you can adjust the space here. Suppose you want to give a title for your report. I will select text box and create sales report. So I will increase the size of this report. Sorry, my system got stuck. Yeah, you can increase the size of the font. And let me remove the text box here. So here you can change the position. Now I want to create a pie chart. Now we can select a pie chart here. And I'm going to select revenue and categorize product. So here you can see the pie chart. Now if you want to select a particular product, you can see the details changes in the table as well as in the pie chart. Suppose you want for all the details, you can see all the details will be available. Or if you want to see for a particular product or a particular category, just select on the particular category. The information will change accordingly in all the charts. Suppose you want to generate a map. For a map, you have to select the city column. So here you have the map. Okay, select the map and select the city column and select select the city, and then you want to select the revenue. So here you can see the revenue for every city. So here also anytime you can drill down and roll up. So just move your mouse wheel to drill down to a particular city. Accordingly, the information will change in the other reports. That's why it is called as interactive data report. So the report is created now. Now this report can be easily shared in the cloud, and it can be rendered to individual system. It can be published to individual systems for the users to consume. So hope I covered the concept of Power BI in 5 to 10 minutes. It's just a basic of how to create an interactive report using Power BI. So let's see in more detail in upcoming videos. Thank you for listening.